What's up, family? It's your ghetto news reporter, MARY-L33, Mary-L33. Today is August 20th, so they say. Yeah, I guess it really don't matter. Look, let's talk about these hospitals and the homeless people that's homeless that they use for, God knows what. Now, I told this story before, and it's very near and dear to my heart, real talk. Now, I was homeless. They made me homeless after 2008, May 31st of 2008. And I've been struggling ever since due to the fact that, I was distributing my book, Rhymes, Poems, and Metaphors, plus one song throughout the city of Chicago, my hometown. And, Rhymes, Poems, and Metaphors, plus one song, like I said, talking about my child abuse history. Because, man, this is history. Herstory, I should say. Herstory. But his fucking problem. You understand? Okay. Breathe. So because I was doing such a good job at, exposing my enemies and people that wronged me as a child and things of that nature, for my new viewers, this is your ghetto news reporter, Mary-L33, Mary-Lee. I gave myself that title because I feel I have to be almost everything in order to expose the people that's getting on my nerves and stuff and trying to stop me from, growing up and, existing in a land that's mine. America, imagine that. They don't call me Mary for nothing. Maryland. You understand what I'm saying? But they trying to give it to Kirk Franklin, Kirkland, Kirkland. It'll never happen, buddy. Get your shit together. So, they made me homeless. And, I had a nice little venture going on, business venture. You understand what I'm saying? I was supposed to be nice, significant other in my life. And, I was a pillar in my community. And, an advocate, AA member for more than 10 years. And, just doing the right thing, I paid my bills on time. I was ahead of time with the bills and stuff, I'm talking real, American. You understand what I'm saying? Not somebody that's try to get over on Americans. So because I was doing so, well in my life, I just got my GED after not knowing the difference between an apple and orange at the age of 6, never completing grammar school, never went to high school, but was streetwise and knew how to navigate, and make an honest living, not selling drugs. I don't drink drugs or smoke. And even though they railroaded me, May 31st of 2008, I still don't drink drugs or smoke to this day, for real. I have over 20 years of sobriety, even though they have sabotaged my sobriety, a couple of times trying to, get me to fall off the wagon or, go back to that lifestyle, which was never a lifestyle of mine. It was just something that I, indulged in to figure out what's going on with my people, because I felt as though we were being infiltrated, and like I thought we are, and still is. And as you can tell, just by my attire and the tone of my voice, I am still being infiltrated. Long story short, they railroaded me, put a charge on me, said I disarmed a police officer on Devon and Clark in Chicago, not too far from my AA home group, Rogers Park Al-Anon Club, that's on Clark and Greenleaf, and that I've been, a member of forever. You understand what I'm saying? I guess they wanted me to, fall off so my people could fall off, and a lot of them did, and as a result, them making me homeless, I'm sure a lot of them became homeless because they kind of like looked up to me. But you can't follow everybody, whether good or bad, because we all are our own person, which means you got to hold your own weight sometimes, meaning stand up for yourself or whatever the case may be. And do you in a time of crisis or whatever. We in a crisis right now. This is the acid test, like they say in AA. Everybody must face the acid test. You understand what I'm saying? To see if you're a real man or a real woman, or you still playing the little girl or little boy Roy, Roe, a mama's boy, daddy's girl. You know how it go. Grow the fuck up. Shit. Okay, so they railroaded me. That's the history of me for those who knew. Okay? And I ended up going to, a couple of hospitals and stuff, while I was homeless, hoping, they'll take me in for shelter so I can, find. That's what they supposed to do. So I ended up going to Mercy Hospital one time, like in the late 90s. And, I had money and stuff. I could have went to a hotel because that's all I could have afford at the time because I was, under distress. They trying to make me lose my mind. You feel me? But I went to the hospital. Someone told me to go to Mercy Hospital in Chicago. And I was there for maybe a couple of days at the most, 3 or 4 maybe at the most. And then this white nurse brought this young teenage girl in. I was in my late 20s, early 30s. And she brought this young black teenage girl in my room. And I was in the room by myself, asleep. And the girl started kissing me, for real. And I woke up. I was like, what the hell going on? And the white lady said, you got to go because you're not one of us. Now, at the time, I didn't know how all this pedophile shit worked and the distinctions between us, them, and all that crap. And so I said, well, hey, give me my money and I'm gone and shit. So I got my little money and I left and, tell them what I did. I probably rode the train or whatever and stuff and eventually, got housed or whatever and stuff. And I'm thinking, you understand what I'm saying? I'm moving back up like the Jeffersons and shit. Because this was after I gave Oprah Winfrey my, truths in 1995 and put a copy of it in the Hyde Park, garbage at the time because I stayed 5419 South Woodline, apartment 1A with my ex-girlfriend, Donna Marie Evans, and her son, Mario Darrell Evans. And, I was going through some stuff, so I moved in with them, thinking I could get help. And it turned out to be worse, you understand what I'm saying? But I guess for the better, I guess also and stuff, because I'm no longer with them, but they still a thorn in my ass and shit on side. You understand what I'm saying? For real, it's like, it's like a dark shadow over me. They there, it's there, but you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Long story short, I left the hospital, like I said, Mercy Hospital or whatever. Next thing I know, I'm trying to move up like the Jeffersons, and I became everything that I told you in the beginning, a pillar of my community. Nice car, another young lady, I thought. Same routine, though. Gold digger, hands in my pocket. Everybody got issues because people don't want to grow up. You understand? They always want to find somebody to blame. This is not a blame video. This is just my truths. I'm trying to grow up, but some people just can't grow up because if I grow up, then that means they got to be responsible. And because they trying to use me to, come up off of, it's hard for them to grow up. Get the picture? But I'm surpassed them. And they don't want me to surpass them because they know, what would that make them? A follower. And they want me to be a follower. But I'm not a follower. I don't want to be a follower. I don't want them to be a follower. I just don't want to fucking keep going through this nonsense. I'm sick of it. So another time they made me homeless. Like I say, May 31st of 2008. Same old scenario. Railroad and stuff. You understand? Said I disarmed a police officer. I did not. They pulled me originally over for tinted windows. It wasn't that dark. You understand? I had insurance. You understand? They just needed an excuse. Some undercovers. They could have been gangbangers. You understand what I'm saying? Acting like the police. Because just like right down the street from where they pulled me over on Devon and Clark, it was some the Valentine Day Massacre. You understand what I'm saying? And they had uniforms on and they killed their goddamn enemies and shit. So far as I know, it was bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? So this time, I'm homeless. They take me to a hospital in Austin on the west side or whatever. They, I need a shelter. I'm in front of the church. Ambulance pick me up. Next thing I know, I'm in the emergency room and they trying to force my clothes up off of me. I'm like, I only need shelter. I'm not trying to stay. And if I wouldn't have taken my clothes off willingly, I do believe they would have raped me on the gurney. Real talk. And it's right hand to God. For real. Steve, it was a person that looked like Steve Wilco. Bald head and everything. See, the devil got their kids and God got their kids and shit. And everybody know Jerry Springer, he was a buffoon, but now he got a show that made him the judge. And I think he trying to sell out Steve Wilco. I'm not sure. I don't know how this go, but it's all about the bloodline. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. And they have splitting up. And when I put my first video, Mary Mack versus the Fat Black Oprah Winfrey, on YouTube, November the 7th of 2007, that's when Steve Wilco started coming up. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. This is real talk. And sure enough, he's still on TV. He comes on twice a day and stuff, for real. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know how all this worked, but I swear, in that emergency room in Austin, they had somebody look just like Steve Wilco, for real. I can't lie to you. I was tired and homeless at the time, but I wasn't crazy. And they kept me for about a week or so. I don't know how long, because it's like I wasn't, in my right whatever. I was, how you be so tired and you just be glad to go to sleep. That's how it was. So they took advantage of me being tired. And that's what Cat Williams talked about. They always take advantage of you when you're tired, weak, and trying to, get your mind together or keep your mind. You understand what I'm saying? Together. For real. In the meantime, in between time, keep your mind right. That's what Mystical said. So that's what I was trying to do. And they took advantage of me, and I believe they took my eggs from me. I really believe that. Because I was on Western walking one day, and everybody, that's my real Mary Myers, I ain't lying, you seen the picture. And it looked like this guy, it looked like Marsha Bruce Matter, Eminem the rapper, holding a black baby. The baby was black. And Eminem, the picture looked like Eminem. Real talk. I'm giving you facts. And people that know me know I ain't lying. You seen the picture. I done showed the picture to several people. For real. So my thing is, why would, somebody looking like Eminem be holding a black baby? You understand what I'm saying? So I believe they stole my eggs, took advantage of me. I'm just telling my people, Mary Myers out there, regardless of color, be careful going in these hospitals and things of that nature. I remember going to Lakeview Clinic, you understand what I'm saying, in Chicago, my regular clinic. And, they have changed it now. They changed management. My people gone, and it's some more motherfuckers. But I remember going there under the new management, trying to get a pap smear. And the ladies tried to stuff it up my vagina as if, I didn't have a vagina. And I had to jump off the gurney then. See, they trying to get me to go off so they can, take advantage of me other kind of ways. And everybody know about the 2016 when they railroaded me from the mustard seed and said that I was trespassing at an AA meeting, when anybody can go to an AA meeting. But because I am AA, they trying to roll me out of AA. Me personally, I got my sobriety. Okay? I don't care. Just pay me what you owe me and I'll be glad to go. But because I'm worth so much, they can't afford me. So, you know what they say, you worth more dead than you are alive. So I'm not going to, if I don't make it, they ain't going to make it. Bottom line, you got to be careful of your surroundings, who you hang with, who you have sex with, who you have children with. Because 9 times out of 10, after you have children, they'll kill off the parents, raise the child to be a Satanist. You understand what I'm saying? And not a God-fearing person, for real, for real. And that's what they thought I was going to be. And that's why the lady said at the Mercy Hospital, you're not one of us. But quiet as kept, I was at one time, and that ought to count for something. You understand what I'm saying? In other words, give me my goddamn money, my child, my family, and leave my goddamn people alone. This your ghetto news supporter, Mary. Don't put that between the Mary-L. It doesn't matter what day it is, as long as you know you got common sense. That's all that matter. For real. It's day, night, midnight, dusk, dawn. All that other shit is a bunch of bullshit. You feel me? Step your game up, family. Real talk. Peace.